Maybe we should start over again because I forgot to start recording.
Okay.
That's all right.
I like the shot.
Okay.
I think with a fly though, like since it could fly away anytime unless it's a dead fly, then the out of focus issues is kind of hard. So like you're gonna have to do like stacking or something for macro maybe. So
That's
I
a
don't know.
That's a good point. I would say when you're using a macro lens, you gotta cut the shooter a little slack because the depth of field is so shallow. So if you want most elements in focus, you gotta focus stack. But if you're just using one lens, especially if you're using it at the widest aperture, not everything is gonna be in focus, even if it's the wings relative to the body. That can happen.
Wow, really good.
No, I don't know how, again, I don't want to step on toes and I'm not an expert in this, but I do know that if you, there are ways using this, it will be dead on sharp no matter what you're doing. And if it's a matter of, I know it's a lot harder, but I would hate to, have excuses to not have it. It can be done. It can be done. It just, you have to take 30 shots.
It could also be redone in Topaz Labs kind of focus.
Yeah, that would help. Yep, yep. Oh, we're judging it now? Okay.
Please.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful shot.
Does everybody think 20 seconds is enough time for the polling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can everybody see that this photograph received a 6 by 8 members of the 18 that are present? I'll stop sharing.
I just see a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a percentage. I
Or
think
tough
28%
crowd.
had
Tough
it.
crowd.
That's good to know. Thank you. I see 44% gave it a 5/6.
Yeah.
So if I have scorekeepers out there, they know who they are. This gets a 6.
It's a 6?
It's a 6. When it's 5/6, we're going to write it down as a 6.
Okay.
Everybody, this is what we're going to do. The next photograph is on the screen.
Great.
Wow.
Nice. Would like to have seen a little bit more sky also, but
Some more what, Bill?
sky, there's bring the horizon down a little bit, but that's beautiful the way it is.
Very sharp.
I think it's perfect the way it is. I like the
I will
ratio of
crop,
sky to greenery.
I will crop from the bottom that the bridge will be more visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
I can see that.
Mhm.
What is under the bridge? So what would you have done to make that happen? Would you have changed your angle of view, your position?
Position and plus to come closer or crop this picture from the bottom, it will be much. If you crop, you can see the bridge much better. It's
And I'm having problems deciding where to look. It looks like there are multiple areas that are that catch your eye. And it's like, am I looking at the flowers in the foreground, the flowers left the bridge? Am I looking at the yucca on the bridge? It's just, I'm darting all over the place.
I think that, I know each one of us have our own point of view with it. I really, as much as I love that sky, I would cut off probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches, because it takes away from the beautiful flowers and the bridge.
Okay, Jerry, pardon me. You pointed at something on the screen, and we can't see the pointing.
Oh,
So
I was thinking like an inch, 2 inches off that sky, because it's beautiful. And I go up there instead of to the bridge and the flowers. I'm guessing that the photographer probably, the point of view would be the flowers and the bridge would be your main point. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the sky takes away from the beauty of the bridge and the flowers.
I think the main point is
Right? Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
The name of the picture.
I was just gonna say when.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say when I usually do a photo like this and there's too much sky, artistically what I do in post edit is I would boost the saturation and kind of the color of the profound part. So what I would do is I would add, or I'd boost the color in the orange and the purple in the background so that the attention kind of still focuses on that part. And I think that would be a really cool way to edit this type of photo.
That's cool. I would just like to say that the name of the picture is California Poppies in England.
Oh.
Oops.
That's 20 seconds. See 50%, 8 of 16 voted for 6.
Okay, 19.
And I'm sorry, the title for that was California Poppies in England. Helene, can I ask you a favor?
Yes.
You have a list and you know what the photos are. Can you be sure to read the titles when you see the photo hit the screen as
Oh,
you
now.
as you do right now?
Okay.
Title of this,
Carefree. This is called Carefree.
Fun, really fun.
I wouldn't have cut off her hands.
I wish the hands will be. I wish the hands will be not cut off.
Yeah.
It make big difference.
Yeah, I wish the guy wasn't in the background merging with her, and I wish the I wish the crop was like bigger, like the frame was bigger, so you could see like more of the confetti and more of the environment, because it's really an environmental portrait. Like it could, it's a candid like street look, but it's still environmental in that kind of way. So I would like. I would want like more compositional elements in a wider shot.
And I feel like it leaves the viewer wondering what she's kind of looking at. I don't know. I would change the position or orientation of it.
She's
So maybe go in front of her.
The confetti that's flying all over.
Yeah, that's true.
I would like it a little bit sharper.
Really? That's
I'm
pretty
going to assume that this is out of camera without any post edit. I think if it was post edit, it'd be sharper. I think there would be a little bit of vibrance added. But what I'm just, wow factor, how the confetti is just frozen in time without, I mean, it's perfect shutter speed. And no one's mentioned that. It's the perfect shutter speed for catching that confetti. Just it's floating and it's frozen in time. It's like watching a movie production where they freeze the frame and one person's running around picking up things and doing things, and then they unfreeze the scene. It was very nicely done. That's a wow factor.
The other thing was the expression on her face. I really, really like. It really is very warming, and you know, you can just, for me, I can tell she's in the moment with that confetti. That's nice.
I didn't take this picture, but I can tell you I was there when it was taken, and this woman really had a tremendous personality.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Well, I'll say something. I would love to see it, if possible. I don't know if it's possible, to crop it down to almost a portrait with like the upper right quarter of the photo because of the confetti and then her expression. I think it would be a beautiful kind of portrait if you can do that. I don't know if you can get that close. So.
I think that would be a nice cropping also. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it still tells the story. You could just see her face.
It's great.
Now it's out of focus. At least on my
Well,
end.
but still, it's, I like that.
Yeah, no, I agree with the composition.
5, 6.
What?
I'm gonna pause recording for a second. I'm going to resume the recording, and I'm going to see if we can start that share. There.
Wow.
That's a terrific picture.
Very good sound.
Talk about leading lines. Holy cow.
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
Oh, DC Metro Station. Sorry.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very dynamic.
It's a beautiful picture, but if you can take out this on the middle, this notes, whatever for the train, it will be even much better.
Pick out which one?
This on the middle, this colorful, when the train are coming, this dashboard.
So are you?
I disagree.
Are
I
you
disagree.
referring?
I think it should be part of it. It more tells what it's all about.
This here?
Yeah.
And it's the only color in the whole thing.
I'm not.
I kind of like it.
I like it. One way to remove the distraction of the color is to turn it black and white. But either way, whether it's black and white color, I really like it. It's very dynamic.
Yeah.
No. Better the other way.
Both look good in my opinion. Converging lines, 1 point perspective.
Yeah.
Symmetry, very, very nice.
You know, it's when you have a shot like this that, in my opinion, is so dynamic. The one thing that is a tad, you know, it's getting picky, but this little the hot spot right in front, the light right in front of the first light as it starts to go down the aisle. It's that we're toned down just a tad bit as I go right to that spot. And again, I love the photo. I'm just being nitpicky with it. That's really nice.
I'm thrilled with the histogram. If anybody's into histograms, this is a histogram that I enjoy seeing.
I wish I took this picture.
Yeah, I'd be proud to have taken this picture. I like it
Oh yeah.
very, very much.
I had to call in a bomb scare to get rid of all the people.
We now know who the maker of the photo is. Jeff, want to comment on that photo? You want to comment on your photo? You've taken
well,
ownership.
you know, when I was ready to go down the escalator, and there was nobody there, and it was just visually, it was just incredible. It was like something out of, I don't know, the future.
Yeah.
You remember what stop that is? Because I've got the same photo from, I can't remember what stop in DC as well.
Oh, God. It could have been DuPont.
DuPont Circle.
Yeah.
I think that's where mine is too.
Everything's timing. You got there with nobody there. Oh my God. What are the chances?
And it was probably, God, probably in the afternoon, I think, like
Wow.
late afternoon.
Yeah.
But of course, I think this could have been like on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
Of course, now with COVID, you're probably not going to get a lot of people.
Got a tie for 7-8, a tie for 9. 40%. Votes are 8 and 8. And I'm going to just, because I didn't touch base on it earlier, I'm not going to say that this photo is not worthy of an excellent rating. That's what I would have voted if I could. I just want everybody, bear with me. I just want everybody to understand that 9 and 10 are really elite. They're tough to achieve. And 8 is a great score. You need to know that. It's a solid entry. Excellent. I would have given this an excellent. That's just me personally. I'm just surprised that I have 8 votes for excellent. And I'm not saying that's wrong. And I'm just curious why we got 3 for stellar. So I just want you guys to keep this in mind that as the meetings go forward, at the end of the year, we're going to have to pick the 9s and 10s. And I can't have, like other clubs have, a whole bunch of 9s and 10s. This has to be an honest critique. It has to make the photographer, the maker of the photograph, a better photographer. If you're going to give 10s, they have nothing to strive for. I hope that's a fair statement. I hope I'm not pooping on everyone's parade. I just think there's value in a 10, and there's value in a 9. And a 7 or an 8 is an excellent score, as is a 5-6. It just means there's something that wasn't exactly the liking of everybody that voted on it. However, the 5-6 can have all the magic. It could have the story that needs to be told. It's technically accurate for the moment it was taken. It just may not have been technically perfect because of the movie stage. Our next photo is Elaine.
First flower.
Can you repeat, please?
First flower.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The first thing that I see is, again, because it's such a close-up, on my screen, it looks very soft and out of focus, but maybe it's my screen.
Same.
What?
My screen too.
It's a little soft.
Same.
And the, I think it might have been maybe a little stronger if, this sort of white line off the right-hand side, that I'm not sure what that is. I think just cropping it, because to me, it seems like the flower is the real dominant story. And I'm getting caught up in that little string off to the right, as well as the big green part up in the upper right too.
The softness doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's a flower, for God's sake. The nice thing about the photo, it's a beautiful photo. It's about the light and the delicateness of the feel of the photo. This is not about sharpness. It's about the light on the flower. It's a beautiful photograph.
And also the fact that the way that the flower is lit makes it really seem like it's so far distance above the lily pads or whatever those are behind it, the other leaves, that it's just like in another world. So the other stuff around it doesn't bother me. It shows that there's a separation, a beautiful flower, and then the background.
I think it's an issue of.
My only comment would be basically just a different crop, because crop means everything on this particular thing to keep the subject in the middle, or not middle, but the part of the subject that means the most.
I think it's cropped very well. I like it the way it is. Excellent shot.
Me too.
It's more of an artistic feel to me, so I don't think the technical issue is a problem.
From the maker of the photo who can't be here tonight, I will read what he said in his email. This is a photo from early on in my exploration of photography. It felt great at the time, but now there are distractions I see in the background, and the main point of focus in the flower could be in better focus. It's a journey of learning all the time. Please ask others what they think could be better.
I think it's pretty good the way it is.
Our next photograph is
Wait.
I didn't get that, Jay.
hot shoe.
Got a picture of it.
What was the, was there a question?
Are we not sharing? Am I not sharing? Is something wrong with my share?
Oh, I see it.
I see, it
I'm
looks
good.
like somebody is putting a shoe on a horse.
Yeah,
Is that the one?
they call it hot shoeing.
Oh,
And
yeah, hot shoe.
Here, this blacksmith is actually putting that hot shoe onto the hoof, and that's where you get all that smoke.
Uh-huh.
Ew.
I can smell it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is that what that was?
Nice picture. I love it.
I love the smoke.
The guy's got beautiful long hair. Oh, wait, that's the horses.
What I really like here is the story that's being told, not even being much of a horseman myself, and just understanding what's going on here. The picture has done what a picture should do. It's spoken 1,000 words.
I like it a lot, except I think some of the white should have been toned down in the smoke and in his shirt a little bit in a couple of places. But that's just me. I've been brainwashed to think like that.
I think, to me, it's too claustrophobic. I don't know if I wouldn't have heard the explanation, I don't know if I still would have understood. I mean, I ultimately would have got it, but I would love to see more of the horse, more of the blacksmith, or the blacksmith, his head, and just a little more of it, I think.
I just want to see where he is.
I like what
You
you said.
cropped out the top third. Took out his head.
Really?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't think so. It shows what he's intent on what he's doing.
But that would be an interesting picture, just the hands and the hoof there and the smoke coming out. That might be interesting.
Maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, I think.
It's sharp enough.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I like that. I like
that's cool.
Yep.
I like that.
That's very good.
You see the intenseness in his arms with the vein,
Right.
because you don't see his face in the other.
Yeah,
No.
he's really strong,
Yeah.
and he's really flexing, and
Right.
maybe even get rid of some of the tail.
Yeah.
You know, so you just, or some of the dead space by the tail.
Then no one's going to ever know what he's doing.
Well,
Well, you do by the horseshoe.
it's a bit of a mystery, but it's good. It's a good-looking thing.
But it needs to be a photo essay kind of thing, like where they're telling us, you're telling a story, and then like a wider shot, and then this closer shot would be more detailed. I think it could work with that kind of thing.
This does have a nice feel to it.
I'm not very good at cropping. I'm just trying to share with you what I heard.
Yeah.
And I focused in on the hot shoe. I do like the veins in the arms. We're going to go on to the next photo.
What about the score?
What about the voting? Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it already done?
No,
I got it.
the scoring was done, but we never saw the
Results.
results.
No, we didn't vote yet. I didn't vote.
Okay, I'm going to relaunch the poll to take care of whatever blunder I
Oh,
made.
vote again?
Yeah, please vote.
For the crop version or the big one?
The original. Have to vote on the original.
Okay.
I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share the poll. That is a solid 6.
And the percentage is what?
37%, 7 of 19 votes. The next photograph.
Oh,
Huntington Beach Pier.
I'm sorry for the error there.
I love the colors. They're dynamic.
this almost looks like a painting.
I was going to say the same thing.
Colors are very consistent. I feel like all the blues match and they come together nicely, and so does the
It's only the problem that your eyes is going in two directions. You don't know to look on the left or to the right.
I kind of like that. I enjoy that.
It's forcing you to make a decision.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying the sunset and the peacefulness of it. I like it.
I like
I take a lot of pier shots, and I love pier shots, and I'm a real stickler for keeping the horizon straight. It looks like it's going a little downhill on the right to me.
I don't disagree.
No, the horizon is okay.
I think I would prefer the pier to be a little bit towards the right. I get a little bit of a cutoff feeling.
Then you lose the sun.
They wanted to put the sunset and the pier in the shot, so you need maybe you need to back up to do that.
Yeah, you could go run around a little bit.
The
Like
angle,
dog
the point of view looking down the pylons and the pier,
Mm-hmm.
that's the most important thing. And moving anywhere else, you'd lose that symmetry all the way down. And then it's all there. Look at that beautiful pier. And then there's the sun. It's perfect to me. They're even spaced on left and right. The pier is the same distance from the left edge as the sun is from the right. It's really symmetrical, but you just get that nice point of view.
I like the warmth of that sun
Nice
on the
I think I would have moved a little bit lower to move the horizon down a little bit, but maintain that view down the pier.
I like photos that have you move your eye or your eye moves. I like that.
Yeah.
So say the numbers.
So this photo received an 8, 10 of 20 votes, 50%. The next photo is,
Gee, I don't know whose picture that is.
Well, I was told to put a watermark on.
I'm glad to see the watermark.
I love the mood.
I like the symmetry.
I like symmetry. I like the line is going to the beach, to the water.
It seems like there's a lot of lines, but they're all very symmetrical.
Sort of reminds me of throwing a red filter on a black and white film back in the film days. Throwing that red filter over it to make the clouds nice.
Yeah.
I would have taken out the garbage can.
No.
I happen to, I was just going to say, I kind of like the fact that that garbage can is out there all by itself.
Yeah.
I did toy with that, and I ended up keeping it in because I thought it just kind of threw it off just a little bit. So
Yeah, I agree.
I think it adds a lot to it, even though it's just a little piece. It really helps.
It's a nice shot, Rich.
And I call it social distancing.
That was before the pandemic.
Oh,
product.
the title is Nobody on the Beach. I forgot to say that.
No, yeah, you did, and I went, yeah.
Sorry.
What beach is that? Do you know? Remember?
Monica.
Oh, wow.
It's just a bit north of the Ferris wheel.
Oh,
Whoever goes there.
I've been there. I've never seen this shot. It's great.
I saw it when I was leaving, actually. So, I'd been shooting the Ferris wheel.
Forget to turn on the clock.
Yeah, I did. So we're ready for the poll. Sorry about that. Can't be perfect.
It's okay.
Rich, did you darken those clouds or was it pretty cloudy like that?
It was cloudy. I might have brought the luminance down a bit.
So it's 8 with 8 of 20 voting for a total of 40%.
Jay, how many people are voting?
20 people voted this time.
20, okay.
So it's different every time?
25 in the room. 18 voted one time, 13 another time, 20 this time.
Does the vote still go through if the time runs out? Because that's happened a couple times. Or I've like clicked it and then the time will run out.
Oh.
I'll say that I'm closing the vote.
Okay.
Poll next time. So we shared those results. We're on to the next photo. I goofed. That was nobody on the beach. There was a photo before that. It was a late entry. And I'd like to show that now. And I'm hoping that what I'm going to click on is going to show that photo.
There was one before that? I don't have one before that. It's called Image 7.
There you go.
Wow.
So
I love the skyline.
Yeah.
Really?
LA, right?
Let me tell something. When you crop, they have on Photoshop for the cropping, they have content aware. If you click on content aware, they will close these wide gaps, whatever you have, for the future.
That's excellent advice. If I may have an observation here, is it only me or is it actually on the photo in the upper left-hand corner, there's a streak of white?
Yes, that's a photo.
This is because it was cropped and turned, and this is a white. But if you connect contents aware, then it's automatically close this. It will come with whatever color is, they will cover this.
Gotcha. You know, there may have been a meteorite that night.
It's on the top. It's on the top. It's content aware.
UFO.
Really nice feeling about this.
I'm thinking maybe we could lift the shadows a bit.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks a little.
Anybody want to try that?
Dark, you mean?
I like the shadows.
Yeah, definitely looks nicer.
Dark personality.
Yeah.
3 seconds to go. 1 second to go. May I close the poll?
Yep.
This is a 6 with 9 of 19 votes for 47%.
Wait, 6 and what's the percent?
9 of 19 votes for 47%. 6 is all that really matters, Helene, for the scorekeeping. Thank you.
You said something about writing 2 things.
Okay, the next picture is, my goodness, give me a second, technical difficulties I am experiencing. I hate when that happens. It's because I went out of order here, so give me a moment. We're going to pause the recording.
Can you close the results?
Didn't I?
I'm seeing them. Thank you. Wow.
Very striking.
Really nice.
What's the name of this?
Peacock.
Oh, sorry, Peacock.
Great focus.
Yeah.
I love how we see the two eyes basically in the top left and bottom right. I love that symmetry there, or the opposites.
I feel like in a lot of photos, they would normally show like the whole peacock, but I like how whoever took this photo, they kind of kept it in a certain, not ratio, but like crop. It lets us focus more on the peacock and all the little different attributes to it.
Yeah, I really like the cropping also. It looks like all the little eyes on the feathers are all looking back at me. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good observation. They are looking at me.
And I think if you got up and moved to the right or the left, they would follow you.
I'd like to order some sunglasses for this peacock.
That's what all those eyes on the feathers are for.
That's great.
I'm going to go ahead with the polling. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 of 19 for 53%, 9. Maker of the photograph, want to talk about it?
I don't know, am I still on?
Yes.
I'm the one in the trees up there. I can't get my camera to work, but yeah, I took it years ago at the zoo. In fact, it's a scanned picture. It's a Kodachrome that I scanned. It's a digital picture. What else to say about it?
Gives us those blues of summer.
Sorry?
I was just doing Paul Simon song reference at Kodachrome.
Next photograph is
Pirate Tower Pano. I'm getting good at this, huh?
Took you long enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's just a great mood.
Love the cropping. That scenic kind of a cropping is really.
Nothing to say.
I love the waters crashing against the rocks.
Yeah. Feel like
I
you're.
think I'd like to see more contrast in the hills and that little spire there.
This looks like it was.
I like the cottony clouds that I'm seeing.
I really like everything about it except the bottom black part of the dirt or whatever it is. I don't like it just sitting right on the bottom of the picture. I would like a little bit more sand on the bottom. That's just me.
You know, the people right above that, I just now noticed. Wow. There's people right above that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it goes. Yeah.
That grain.
One of them looks like a nudist. That,
Oh yeah. No, I didn't
yeah,
see
that guy.
I'm pretty sure I see trunks.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Where was this photographed?
It's down by Laguna Beach, or at Laguna Beach.
Really?
Yeah, the title of the photograph gives that away. Pirate Tower, I believe it's Laguna Beach.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a
Again, I wish it was my picture.
beautiful shot.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm ending the poll. 13 of 18 votes at 72% for an 8.
Well, how much percent?
Aren't you
72.
seeing it on your screen? 72%.
Well, it all happens so fast. I can't do everything at once.
No, I'm with you. I just need to pick up my pace a little bit. Not your fault. I'm going to take the poll off the screen. If it's still on your screen, let me know. Next photo is. It's not what
Oh,
it's supposed to be.
Predator. Yeah. I think it's a cool picture. I would like it sharper.
Yeah, I'd like to sharpen too.
I think
It focused on the back, not the eyes.
He's looking at me wherever I go.
No, he's looking at me.
I like the tone of the
Whiskers
picture.
stand out.
If you use the past AI, it can be a little bit more, make it sharper.
You know, that's the same look I get when I'm late feeding our cat.
What?
The same look I get when I'm late feeding our cat.
And who said something about AI what?
So Tapas Sharpen AI.
Yeah.
Sharpen AI.
Yep.
I really like the cropping of this. Is really nice.
The thing I keep coming back to is that the eyes, which is what you're drawn to, seem to be out of focus.
Yeah.
All of it soft, which takes
That
away.
brings up a good point, Rick. One of the rules, like the rule of thirds, one of the rules of animals and people is focus on the eye.
The composition is good though. It's just too bad about the focus.
Nice contrast. The cat.
Although
and
the
background.
whiskers do look sharp on its left side or right, to me, anyway. And they're on the back too.
I like how he's in mid-step. You could see the actual movement of the joints.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
I'm going to start the polling. Five, 4, 3,
Already gone.
1. Ending poll, showing results. This picture received a 6, 7 of 18 votes for 39%. 6, 7 of 18 votes for 39%. I'm going to stop the share. The next picture is okay, this picture really
Oh.
tells the story.
Reflecting on the city is the title.
What a great shot of the guy.
I wish this car meters will be not in front of this guy.
And you got to take it where the way they give it to you sometimes. It's obviously not posed. The meter is a little bit obscuring, but I like it. I like the photograph. I like that the shadows feel like they're going the wrong direction.
I like the fact that you see all this hustle and bustle all around him, the cars moving, the people walking, and then there's just this man sticking out there.
He's having a
immediately drawn to him.
Smoking a cigarette.
Smoking a cigarette.
Oh.
Oh,
Even the smoke.
Yep. Filter cigarette.
The focus is tack sharp. I really enjoy this picture.
Kind of bumped by the roof of the car seems blown out, as does the sidewalk to the left.
I think that's a reflection on the title, reflecting on the city.
Yeah.
I think what we're not seeing is the all glass building that's adjacent to on his left, our right. There's probably glass that's reflecting sunlight that's coming from behind the tree.
Well, the sidewalk is bright all the way down the street. So I don't think so. The reflection might be in the dark part of the shadow. I mean, the shadows.
Towards us. I think there's a building reflecting a lot of light here. I like this. The pole is up.
Was there a pole?
Pole is up.
I don't see it. Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1. Poll is ending. I'm sharing the results. 7 of 18 votes for an 8. That's 39%. The maker have any comments?
Yeah. I think the comments about the blown out parts are spot on. This was a complicated, it was just reflections from the building. I think there was a bus there reflecting on him, which is responsible for the backward shadow. It was just very interesting light. Lucky.
Our next photo.
Yeah.
Where are the mothballs?
Kind of a sign of the times.
Yeah.
No kidding.
An oxymoron here. You want to go to school and then you can't.
Yeah, all 5 kids that feel that way.
No, the kids would like to go to school.
I know. I like it. I like the barbed wire. The barbed wire is sharp. The bus is sharp. So you got good depth of field.
I like how the fence is. I hate to use this word because I have a thing against this word, but juxtaposition here. The fence is slanted just enough, or on an angle, I should say, and the bus is a little bit tilted to the other direction. The colors are great.
Colors are good.
Yeah. sky is gray. It's got the doom and gloom, the barbed wire. There's quite a story here. I'd like to know more about what the photographer was thinking when they took the picture. What caught their eye?
Well, I
Did they-
think you hit it on the head, except for this was taken before COVID. So that's the irony of it all. But I thought it really spoke to everything that's going on right now. But just the sheer fact that all these buses were in a lot ringed by barbed wire was sort of, I don't know, oxymoron. I'm not sure what the word is, but it just sort of hit me.
Yeah, I think it makes a powerful statement.
School 2020.2.
It's also the fact that the bus is in color and everything else there is just like gray colors, gray sky, gray fence, gray barbed wire. So there's a big contrast between the brightness of what school is and the drabness of what is happening around it.
You know what I just noticed too, which doesn't matter. I think the amber lights are different plastic. The one on the picture image right
Different lenses, yes.
is a different lens than the one on the left.
The poll is ending. I have 17 votes of 22. The share is up. Wow, I don't know how to score this. This is very interesting. You've got a 6 of 17 people, 35%, or you have a 9. 6 of 17 people at 35%. I'm going to give this the benefit of the higher score. I don't have a choice.
It's a 9?
It's a 9?
I'm going with the 9. I guess I'm the moderator. I could say that's what goes. I need an opinion. What do people think I should do in an instance like this? I've got 6 and 6. It's split. It's 35%.
Don't you average all the scores to give like one score?
I think it's a 9 because there's only one value that gets a 9, but the other two have 2 values into each of them. So the value with the highest percentage is going to be the 9.
It was 2 tips of tie though.
Yeah. Good point. Good point, Bill.
Yeah.
In other words, if you were to split the 5 and 6, you'd have about 17 and a half on each of them.
So if I teach everybody the value of the title, I would give this a 6, and I'll tell you why. Because now that I look at the title, and the title says School Version 2020, it doesn't really convey to me what the picture is all about, or maybe I need to let the photographer speak for that. Why did you title it the way you did?
Well, because that's what school represents to me right now. Version 2020, meaning that it nowhere to go. School's out.
Okay. See, I read that wrong. I read School Version 2020, VER. Okay, I get it now. I'm gonna go with the 9. I like the title. I like what the photographer is trying to convey. Technically, I think the picture is accurate in its color reproduction. Focus is good. I don't know the statistics on this photo because they're not here to look at. The histogram is blah. No, I like it. I'm gonna say that we can score it as a 9. 6 of 17 votes for 35%. I'm gonna stop the share and I'm gonna try to catch up on time lost here. Next photo is?
The draft.
Did you say the draft?
Wow.
Better start that timer. I like this.
Can you repeat the title, please?
The draft.
D-R-A-F-T. The draft.
Okay, thank you.
I like what I see going on here. This is a really, I think the word is, it's a composite. And I think this composite is done very, very well.
Wow.
The artistry in it is, well, it's compelling to me.
Yeah.
Speaks to the times.
There's what I see, there's 4 pictures here. And if I may take liberty, the maker may want to share it, but there's one picture.
I think they're.
I like the moment. I like the moment that was caught here. The cell phone. Yeah, I like this. There's another picture here. And there's another picture here. And I like that the message is being made. And then this guard. Wow, tattoo on the neck, the eyes, the mask. This has a lot of impact. I really like the story being told here.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed by the message in this picture.
I think it's really, really cool, but it kind of makes my eyes nuts because it's kind of confusing to look at as a whole.
You know, at first I didn't take it as a composite. I thought it was all going on, and it took me a moment to realize that those were inserted pictures, which I think is interesting.
I'm going to pull this picture now. I can't wait to see the score on this. Four, 3, 2, 1. May I close the poll?
Yep.
Poll at 8, with 7 of 18 votes at 39%.
What did draft mean?
Does the maker of the photograph want to discuss this?
Oh, yeah, sure. So during the time, there was just a lot of stuff going on. The draft just means that it was mainly for me because there was so much going on. So there was so much that I could have put in these photos, but I specifically chose these to make it all come together. So for me, it was, yeah, the draft.
How many images is it?
So behind, that's one image, but I kind of, I doubled it and then I kind of lessened the opacity. It's kind of like, yeah, I lessened the opacity so that you can, it kind of looks dismal back there as just like a background. And then the etherage to the right, that's one photo. 2 of the guard, if you consider that cropping, one photo. Then 3 with the guy holding up the sign. 4, 5, 6 with the box with Black Lives Matter. So 6.
You know what I might have tried is doing like a drop shadow to make them sort of stand away from the background a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's, again, it's me. I do that.
Very powerful. Well done.
Oh, tram. You said tram a long time ago. Oh no, you said image. Okay, tram.
I give you the credit for the courage to go out to the protests and photograph.
Yeah. She's young.
Jay, can you close the poll?
What?
I'm looking at the poll results still.
I don't understand how.
You could close it yourself. Just click on close.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this photo here.
I like the colors. I like the leading lines.
It's uphill.
Yeah.
It's climbing towards me. That's the sense I get. And I like that the leading lines here, the yellow stripe on the street, the railroad tracks, the handrail brings me to that guy who's by the handrail.
And the arches and the buildings on the other side.
I really like what's happening here. There's so much going on to lead me, but that's where I'm getting at. I'm not sure where it's leading me. I know the focus is the tram because of the title.
It led me back to the little piece of ocean. There's a little piece of ocean back there.
Is that what that is?
It's not
Or
ocean.
something, whatever that,
It's a
yeah,
roof.
whatever that, it makes me
Roof.
think of an ocean.
It's a building, I think.
Yeah.
It's a patina on a copper top building.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
But I'm liking the color palette a lot. I really enjoy the color palette. I like that it's climbing up towards me. That's a viewpoint I've not seen before. I like it. I like
The
it.
moment, I mean, it's just, when you take it for a feeling, just a beautiful moment.
The textures are beautiful.
Yeah.
The clouds, you couldn't wait for better clouds. Those are perfect clouds.
Looks like some kind of high pass filter. Or
4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, I'm going to leave it for a moment. Has everybody voted? I need a tiebreaker here. Has everybody voted?
Yeah.
And in the poll. Boy, this was close. Can you see it?
Pretty close.
Between 9 and 7 and 8 and 9.
I'm going to let it receive the 9. 6 of 19 votes at 32%. The same as would be for an 8 with 6 of 19 for 32%.
I see 5 of 6, 37% on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Bear with me. Bear with me.
37%.
I'm glad this is recorded. Everybody can see what an idiot the moderator is. The winner is 6.
Oh, really?
37.
I don't know.
Stopping.
That's kind of weird, this scoring.
7 voted for the 6, and it's 37%. That's where we're at. I need to catch up. We're running, it's 7:45. I have other things to plan here. So let's move forward. Next photo is.
I can't, oh, I can't read it. Union Station watercolor.
I'm going to use, if no one minds, I'm going to use the clock with a 2-minute timer as a guide. When the banter stops, I'm going to place the poll. I want to see all the pictures. We're only halfway through the list. We need to catch up for time, and I do have a 10-minute that I want everybody to enjoy, and that's important.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
let's move forward. This is watercolor. This is Union Station. There's no commenting. I'm going to go straight to the poll.
I would have liked to see the original.
The poll is up. Four, 3, 2, 1. I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing. The next picture is.
Wait a minute, not the next picture. You got to tell what this is.
Yeah, you're right. This has received a 6, 8 votes out of 19. Percentage is 42. I'm stopping the share. This is a 6. Next photo is.
Zinnia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Love the colors.
yeah.
Great
Totally
color.
sharp. And it's square, and it's not exactly centered, which I think makes it a good thing.
I think it's a really interesting crop.
Now,
I'm going to enlarge it a little bit.
Start the clock, Jay.
Yeah, it's too late to start it. I'm going to poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ending poll. This is a 6.
Where's the poll?
This is a 6. 7 of 16 votes at 44%. Stopping the share results. Next photo is
Circles on square.
well.
I like that.
He can't make up his mind if he wants circles or squares. I'm done. Let's score it now. Just kidding.
Great colors.
Colors are great. I see 3 circles, and that's what I like about it.
Like it kind of has a charm.
Or
I like it.
Four.
I like the title.
you count the pedals, you have 4.
Yeah, I got the sprocket. Oh, there's 5 actually. There's a sprocket. There's the pedals with the sprocket, 2 tires, and the one. Yeah, there's 5. I like it. I forgot to start the clock. So the banter tells me it's time for a poll. Four, 3, 2, 1. I am ending the poll. Sharing the results. 8. 9 of 18 votes, 50% of the vote. 8. 9 of 18 votes, 50% of the vote. Next photo.
Corn silk.
Start the clock. Start it.
Oh.
The silk is sharp.
I like the soft colors with it.
It's making me hungry. Hungry for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Love the definition.
Anyone want to see it tighter?
Tighter? No?
Quality is really defined. I like it.
Focus a little bit soft. Like the fly at the beginning.
Oh.
But,
For a close-up photograph.
yeah, the silk in the front is sharp. It's the corn that's not sharp at all.
Yeah, it could be a little sharper. Very shallow depth of field here, and yeah.
I think I would have made this choice, though, to concentrate on the silk, which has most of the detail. Maybe.
I have 19 votes now. The poll is ending. Sharing the poll. This is a solid 6. 9 of 19 votes for 47%. It's a 6. 9 of 19 votes for 47%. Next photograph.
Exopolis.
Great colors.
Yeah.
A little bit of blue really is great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's facial expression. You seem enthralled.
If anybody objects, I'm going to lose the timer altogether. It's too much to focus on. Bye, timer.
A really, really nice feeling on this.
I like that the people are looking up, and they're looking up at different things. I like that.
Right around on the top.
Here's wonderment. This guy in the front, he's looking up at something, and I just want to know what it is. I like it. I like it. Tells a story.
Looking into the light also, that's pretty good.
Looks like you have to remove your shoes to go into it, whatever it is.
Oh.
Everyone's barefoot.
Pinky socks.
Remember the movie Fantastic Voyage?
I've got 20 votes. I'm sharing the results. We've got an 8. Solid entry. 10 of the 20 votes at 50%. I'm stopping the share. The next photograph. Wow.
Cool, very cool.
Nice. Love the clouds.
Yeah.
That is great.
I am really.
I thought it was whipped cream on top of a sundae glass. Yeah, but now it's just as cool.
Love the water.
One in a second. I'm really interested in the shutter speed on this.
Oh, fountain at sunset, by the way. Sorry.
Actually, it's showing really light. It should be about another stop and a half darker than what you're seeing on the screen. I don't know why it's that light, but it was more of a mood shot, and this makes it look like the sun was still out. And so I don't know what happened in transition, but it should be
Monitor calibration is all.
two stops down.
I'm seeing 3 different versions of this photo. They're all pretty close. I'm looking at it on 3 different manufacturers of monitors. One, it's been calibrated.
Yeah.
But have not. And yeah, I like what you did to capture the water. I think the speed, the shutter speed was ideal for this shot. The ripple water, the frozen water. I could still see the droplets. It's not. I hate milk. It's water, for goodness sake. I like this. Well done.
Nice reflection.
Very fortunate to have those low hovering clouds, because those low hovering clouds allow the water to stand out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking there might be, and it's just my opinion, a little too much sky. It's a little too much, and if time permitted, I'd crop. I've got 18 votes. I'm ending the poll. We've got a solid 8 with 12 of 18 votes at 67%.
Where's the poll?
Okay, Helene, you obviously have a little bit slower than I pressed the button response here. An 8 with 12 of 18, 67%.
Didn't come up for a minute.
Yeah, still wait on me too.
Okay, all right. You're all coming to Helene's defense, not the guy.
No, it's true.
37 things at once.
Since you asked me to keep the scores written down, it's.
And the next lovely photo is.
Oh.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, very cool.
Chinatown. Very nice.
I have a feeling I know this place.
It's at Chinatown, right outside the train station.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about this photo, I could be wrong, but this was corrected for distortion. It's nicely crafted.
No, well, actually, I don't think I corrected it for the distortion, but
now we know.
Or it could have been shot from the platform, at a higher, because if you're shooting upwards, I mean, there's going to be distortion. Anyway, that's just an opinion.
Well, you know what?
Really matter.
You're right. I apologize. I did actually learn how to do that, so you're correct.
That's the eagle eye. No, with the eagle eye.
Well, what works so nicely is that the sky is white, so it's just red and white, and that's all there is.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, really nicely framed.
Did I walk by
Thank
there?
you. Yes, you were there, Helene.
I don't remember seeing it. I mean, it looks familiar, but I'm gonna have to go check my pictures to see if I have it.
Yeah, you guys were all off to lunch.
I have 18 votes now. I'm ending the poll. We have an 8, 9 of 18 for 50%. I have an 8 with 9 of 18 votes.
And I still don't see it.
That just popped up for me.
Okay, say the numbers again. It's
8,
8.
9 of 18 votes for 50%. And the next photograph is
Joshua, Stairway to Heaven.
Wow.
Ooh, cool.
Love it. Love it.
That is really awesome.
Is that really a stairway, or is that something else that just looks like a stairway?
No, it's real stairway in the Mexico City in hotel.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Real stairway.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that thing in the middle?
It's a skylight.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's like glass or something, and there's something in the middle of it?
Yeah, they have very thin, I mean, special connection. You cannot see them. They're very thin.
Nicely done. Very artsy. Love it.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And the stairs.
It's almost like a graphic. Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And your eyes really follow the stairway.
I have 19 votes. I have a 9 with 15 of the 19 votes. There's no question this is a 9.
What's the percentage?
79%. This is profound.
And I still haven't ever seen the poll.
Did you put up the results?
I think also the fact that we have 2 that voted for stellar. It's a beautiful picture. I'm stopping the.
Never saw the.
There it is.
I want to take a break and get a drink so I can get this done right.
Yeah.
And to everybody, I'm going to have to bail out. It's end of a very long day and a very long week for me. So
I'm surprised it lasted this long. Thank you for staying.
2 of us are surprised, but thanks all, and I'll see you all next month.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Who's leaving?
Rick.
Bye.
Get those
Bye,
crowds
Rick.
together all soon and watch yourself on those stairs.
Yep. Yep. Okay, later. Thank you.
Our next photograph.
Didn't we just do this?
We already saw that one.
No.
This is the version.
So I submitted a black and white and a colored because I was curious to see how people would have changed it. I'm sorry it's the same, but I'm still really trying to figure out how you change things. So I was wondering what people would say, how they would change the black and white copy, and I wasn't here earlier.
Okay.
Don't apologize, Claire. On the black and white, the only thing that stood out was the focus on the eyes was more important.
So I needed to make it more important, the eyes?
No, the eyes needed to be better focus. That's
That's not something I can tweak. That's with the camera itself.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's at the time of the taking of the photograph, is that the eyes should have been the focal point.
Claire?
Yes.
This is Helene here.
Hi.
I told you, if you want to send me your email address or something, I would be very happy to help you learn some of that stuff.
Thank you. I will go back on one of the feeds if it lists everybody, and I will contact you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I know it's the same one. I was just curious to see what people would do to change it. It would almost be fun to see the before and after shots that you guys take, because it's so amazing how you guys can enhance them.
And it's fun.
Ending the poll at 13 voters. Sharing the poll results this time, we have a solid 6 with 7 of the 13 votes at 54%. 7 of the 13 votes, 54% for a 6. Share is stopped. I hope. Next photograph.
Oh, moonrise on Sea of Galilee. Not just Venice Beach.
I see a little camera shake.
Yeah.
Better to have captured the moment than not. I like, because I've been on a cruise ship and I've been at ports, I like what I'm seeing here. If I drink enough, that's how it looks without a camera.
Not with those shipboard drinks.
I have 13 votes. I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing the results. I'm going with a 4 at 6 of 14 at 43%. I have 2 people that think it's stellar.
Well, Orange County could potentially be back in schools.
The next photograph, color version of a photo we've seen before.
Oh, and again, it's nobody on the beach.
Yep.
And the new IKEA bench. All right away on this. I've got 12, 13. I'm ending the poll. I have an 8 with 9 of 13 votes at 69%. I have an 8 with 9 of 13 votes at 69%. Zoom could make this polling a lot easier, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Is.
Trees look wonderful in that. I love how I like the trees a lot, the branches.
Yes.
I've been there. That's a great picture.
I like the lead line. I like that it was framed by the trees. Magical. I like it.
And where is it?
I think I would have.
Oh, Oak Alley.
Oak Alley Plantation, Louisiana.
Okay.
I like the people in the photo. It just makes it complete.
Yeah, really well framed.
Yeah, the people give a sense of scale. It really shows you how big the place is.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Go back, Jay.
No.
What?
No. Voting, please. I have only 14 votes. I'm ending the poll. I have a tie. We go for the 9, the higher of the tie. 5 of 14, 36%.
I told her that. I told her. I
So
said,
it's actually 10 of 14 if you think of it. It's an 8.
no, I told her. I told her. Oh,
Here's a
Next photograph.
Again, Pirate Tower Square. Oh,
Different composition.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's square.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I like it more.
I like the foreground with the rocks and the beach.
Yeah.
I think
Got
it's
like 5 photos to go. I have, and then we're going to have 10 minutes of session lessons. I'm ready with 12 voting. We have a 9, 13 votes for 46%. We have a 9, 6 of 13 votes for 46%. I'm stopping the share of the results. Next photo.
Spike. It's Spike. I like the name.
Like how clear the rope is.
Yeah.
I wish we could see a little more on the right.
Right.
Right. That's it? No one's talking?
It's a spike. What's there to say? It's a rope with foxtails in it. That's what I see. A lot of foxtails.
Yeah, but it's really sharp and the back is really blurred and it's cool.
I like the hammer marks on the spike. The spike has a lot of hammer marks. It's a well-used piece of equipment there.
Yeah.
8. 16 for 50% of the voters. The next photo is
Sunset.
I know this. This is Union Station.
Oh.
One of the walkways up to the solstice.
So is this a photograph of the art, or where's the photographer's contribution? I'm not sure to see that.
It's a photograph of the art. Who said that? Was that Rich?
No,
Huh?
no, it wasn't me.
Oh, I was wondering because we grew up in the same place, in San Fernando Valley Camera Club.
I kind of wish there was somebody like walking through the frame though. I can.
Yeah, I need another thing to focus on. This is just a picture of artwork on a wall, and there's nothing here to hold my interest. It's a snapshot. I'm sorry. Yep. If I'm sharing the results, you'll see it got a 4, 8 of 14 voting on it for 57%. It's a snapshot. It's a nice memory picture. It's not for competition. Sorry to be cruel.
Ooh, Utah Road.
Love the leading line and the rock in the back.
And
yeah,
the
I like the
cloud.
perspective. You know, it's very artistic. He tipped it a little bit. He or she tipped it a little bit. That really adds to the photo. Yep.
Did what a little bit?
He or she, the photographer tipped it a little bit so that the perspective is a little skewed. I really like it.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. No, I like it. The cloud formation is fantastic. I'm wondering if the photographer waited for the clouds over the roadway, or if this was just impulse and it worked out for him.
No, just saw him pulled over and took the picture.
And the owner was standing in the middle of the street and didn't get dead.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing too.
It was pretty quiet, you know.
I want to see it cropped at the white to make it like aligned with the perspective on top. I want to see a little crop about where the white lines end in the frame. Just as an artistic perspective to make it more like dynamic.
You crop it where?
I have an 8 with 8 of 16 votes for 50%.
Just on the white lines at the end, at the end of the road, the white lines. Just to.
You want to see a crop on this?
I see what you're saying.
No, just as an artistic perspective.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I like it in 16:9, and I just it draws me in better.
Yeah. Right.
Wow. What a great crop, Jay.
Yeah, really nice.
It does something for it. It changes perspective. I like it.
It does.
The next photo is
Vertical. Vertical?
Wow.
vertical. You know, I've learned not to say to a woman, "Are you pregnant?" But I have to say it here. Is this a photo of a pregnant woman?
You only ask a woman if she's pregnant until you see the baby crowning.
That's right. That's why I just spoke out loud. I did what I did.
It's a great.
But you weren't alone.
Her face really great emotion on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mood is very good.
I'd like to see, I don't know whether it's called dodge or burn. I'd like to see this area here come out of the shadows a bit.
You definitely caught the light on her face, though. That's
Yeah.
perfect. The lighting.
Yeah, it is.
The lighting is good. That's why I say dodge or burn. Because I want to see more hair.
Did you just dodge or burn it?
See, the hair is
Wait.
lost in the trees.
Let me move my little thingy down. Oh, yeah.
So the hair is lost in the trees. Now I changed her complexion color and I didn't do it justice. It's a beautiful pose. That's.
No, but you know, it's brighter the way you did it. And I mean, the whole picture is, I like it more that way. The leaves and everything are brighter.
The photographer left the room.
Huh?
The photographer left the room, so I can't ask an opinion on that.
Oh.
And I don't want to take any more liberties there. I just don't want to. I can't even find out if the person was pregnant.
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, judging by that she has her top button undone, I'm going to say that she probably is.
Yeah. And the way her hands are.
I think we're going to read about Jay tomorrow in the Times.
Okay, and I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to. I don't even remember what's on my agenda, for goodness sake. Oh, is it Noel? Is it Noel that's going to talk a little bit? Noel, how can I assist by presenting your photos again? Is that what we want to see?
If you let me share the screen, I'll bring it up myself.
Perfect.
When I have to.
So am I letting participants share or not? I'm going to pass co-host to you. Go ahead and do what you need to do.
Well, thank you, Jay, and good evening, everyone. Thanks for staying this long. I hope that good things will come to those who wait. So tonight, I wanted to share about composition, because to me, composition is probably the single most important thing in a photograph. I put higher value to it more than a photographer's discipline and even technique. If you look at Instagram, you see thousands of like wow photographs, and when you see them, they're so striking. But the odd thing is, after seeing all those photographs, I hardly remember any of them. And the ones that I really remember are usually the simplest ones, the ones that tell a story. So I wanted to just share how important composition is. If you find 5 photographers and have them shoot the same thing, I promise you each one of them will shoot it differently. Because it brings me to my next point. Composition is largely influenced by the way you see the world. And each one of us sees the world differently from another person. So when you go to a location, I would recommend, please don't take out your phone and start snapping photos. Please don't do that. Try to at least appreciate the place and take the place in. And then as you walk around, look for compositions. and be sensitive to aspects of the place that move you. It could be like a way a rock is surrounded by waves, or maybe even debris from the sea. When you shoot it in close detail, it tells you something. But just pay attention to certain aspects of the location, because this will all influence your composition. The other thing I want to share aside from that is how aspect ratio affects your composition. For most people, if they shoot with a DSLR, whether it's full frame or crop sensor, the most common, it's just my opinion, the most common aspect ratio is a 3:2. If you ask what aspect ratio is, I think the simplest way I can put it is the width of the image relative to the height. So if it was a 3:2, it simply means that it's wider than it's taller. So that if it was a 3:2, it would be suitable for like a landscape shot. If it was a 2:3, it would be vertical, and most people use that for portraits. Now, there are other cameras that have other aspect ratios. Your iPhone, if you have one, is a 4:3, which is a little bit more square and less rectangular. And then most all micro four thirds cameras made by Olympus and Panasonic Lumix, they have a 4:3 aspect ratio. So I'm going to share two images, which you've already seen tonight. This is the first one. Jay, how do I, hold on, I've never done this before. Let me share screen. How do I do this?
Take your cursor.
Oh no, it's on the bottom. It's on the
Take
bottom.
your cursor to the bottom, and there's going to be some choices, and you should see share. It should be right in the middle.
Yeah, green.
If your margin isn't, if it's not pulling up, just kind of scan at the bottom. I Zoom all day long in school.
Oh, you know, sorry guys. Jay, can you just share the first photo I shared? I'm really sorry, man. You've already seen it. It's the Pirate Tower panorama. You've already seen it.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So so I was at Laguna Beach, and usually when I go to those locations, I usually take a number of cameras with me. I would have a digital camera, and then usually I would have a film camera. And recently I've been shooting more film than I have digital. And my two favorite film cameras right now that I use, which I used for these shots, I like to choose compositions that work for both. So I challenge myself. I look around for compositions that would work for a panorama and a composition that works for a square format. So for this first one, for the panorama, for something like this, you know, it's very wide. So you can't just, you know, think about using the rule of thirds for this one. And the way I compose the scene here is I put the subject matter, which is the Pirate Tower, on the right-hand third of the frame. And then I used a lot of negative space all the way to the left. But I left some interesting elements, which is the clouds, of course. And then you have the ocean, you have the way the wave hits the rocks. And then you also have the people. I don't have any problem with people being part of the scene, because, you know, the people were enjoying the place. And that's the way this particular shot was composed. The camera that I used to shoot this shot is this one. This is a film camera that was made by Fuji.
Hold on.
In Japan, it's called the Fujifilm TX1. The rest of the world knows it as the Hasselblad X-Pan. It's a film camera that shoots panoramic images in 3:1 aspect ratio. And this is one of my favorite cameras. So that's for the first shot. For the second shot, which is the square format, this has an interesting story. I composed this shot more following like the rule of thirds. Okay, so I put the subject matter, which was the pirate tower, off to the upper thirds of the image. But when I took the shot, there were certain things that happened. This family that you're seeing right in the middle of the frame, they were actually, when I was composing and working the camera, they were talking to these two other guys on the right. But at the time that I took my shot, they had moved to the middle of the frame. And what I like about this photograph is the way the movement of the water was relative to the way the rocks are strewn off to the right side. So the waves and the rocks kind of form like leading lines somewhat, and it leads you towards that those three people. So that in the end, when I look at this now, I come to think that actually it's less about the pirate tower, although it's a great setting. It's really more to me now about that family enjoying the beach. So that's the way this was composed. You might say it's a happy accident. It didn't turn out the way I planned it, but I actually like it better. And this is the camera that I used to take this shot. This is the Mamiya 6. It's a medium format camera, and it shoots in the square format. 120 roll film is what this camera uses. So that's the composition side of it. I just want to talk briefly about what I do after I shoot this photograph. So I have the images processed in a lab. Maybe one day I hope to process black and white film myself. But for now, the film is processed in a lab. And after I take them from the lab, I scan them, and I have two different scanners. I have one scanner that I specifically use for 35 mil film. It's not a flatbed, it's a dedicated scanner. And then I have a flatbed scanner that I use for medium format 120 film. The reason for that is the end goal of everything I process is to be able to generate a print file. That's really the overall goal. So I use a dedicated film scanner for the 35 millimeter film because with that scanner, I'm able to scan at 4,000 dpi. And when I process the image and generate a print file, I can print a file that's 3 feet wide. And I want to show you a sample of it real quick. So with the film, with the little negative from the Hasselblad X-Pan, I'm able to print an image that's 3 feet wide. That's how large the file is from that dedicated scanner. This print is 36 inches wide. I have to have this printed outside because the printer that I use can only print up to 26 inches. But I'm going to show you a sample of a print that I was able to do myself. So this one is 26 inches. And at 26 inches, I can print this at home. Sorry for the reflection, but I wanted to at least show you. And then here's another one. This one is from Mono Lake, and this was all shot with that X-Pan or TX1. And here's a sample of the square format that I printed. And this is the Pirate Tower. This is the image that we're looking at. This is a small print that's 9 inches square, but with the scan that I can make from the flatbed scanner, I'm able to print it as big as 18 inches square. And those are the prints that I use when, you know, when I have it exhibited. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
That's great. Thank you, Noel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, that was very, very informative. Thank you. I appreciate the photo. My favorite is your happy accent, that square one. I like the people, what they bring to it. It's a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop my share so that we can see each other. Thank you, Noel. Appreciate that. All right, so there's other people in the room, and I'm asking of you, if you have something to share, you see your 10 minutes can go 15, or your 10 minutes can be 10. I'd like to hear from you if you have something to share with us. I think it's great that members can help members here. And I really appreciate you stepping up, Noel, and being the first one to, I mean, it's vulnerable to be there and be the first one in a new form.
I hope I didn't take too long.
No, no, you didn't. You didn't. You gave me less to do. Any comments? Anything anybody want to say?
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite, Helene. And I thought this was really cool. Looking forward to upcoming months.
Thank you.
Jay, thanks for setting this thing up.
Rich, before you go.
Yes.
Did you get the email about Bob and Suzanne?
Yes, about them
okay.
going to Arizona.